Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey Wise with me, Jason, bringing you whiskey review number 3, where we're going to be reviewing the Aultmore 21-year-old. Now, if you haven't seen whiskey review number 2, be sure to check it out, where we covered the Aultmore 12, but this is the Aultmore 21, and if you don't know about the Aultmore range, I'll give you a little brief overview. Now, the Aultmore range does have a 12-year-old, an 18-year-old, 21-year-old, and a 25-year-old. The 18 and the 21 are both the travel retail exclusives, and the 25 and the 12 are for the domestic market. Now, one thing you will find, all the Aultmores are bottled at 46% ABV, and it does state that just over here in the bottom corner. All non-chill filtered and natural colour. But if you look at this one from the side, you'll probably see it does have a slight bit of a darker hint to it. So a little bit more darker colour than the 12-year-old. So, without further ado, I'm just going to pour myself a little wee dram, get started, and so it is a travel retail exclusive. Now, you must be wondering, what is the price point on this one? And we will just get to that. Now, in terms of the whiskey itself, in terms of my review structure, it is a 21-year-old. They do state over here, in terms of the wood they use, it's refill hogshead, so that gives you the idea of what they use. 21, 46% ABV. It is from Speyside. No smokiness whatsoever in this whiskey. So for those of you who don't like the smoky whiskies, this would be an interesting choice, especially after the 12. Looking really forward to this 21. So it's a Speyside whiskey. The parent company for this one is Bacardi, and it is a bottling directly from the Ultimar Distillery. Whereas before 2014, it was mainly used. Ultimar was used in blend whiskies as well as independent bottlings. So, the price I paid for this one, because it is a travel retail exclusive whiskey, how much did I pay for this bottle? It is a 70cl, and I paid £125. Can be considered quite steep, but in travel retail, I believe most of the whiskies I saw that were 21 years old were in that £100 bracket. This one was slightly over that, and quite happy about this bottle, so we'll see how it goes. In terms of colouring, no colouring, and let's get started. So in terms of the colour wise, it looks ever so slightly similar to the 12, but there is a slight, and I would say very, very slight, little bit of darker hint in this one. So as they did state before over here, it does say a slight vary hues are normal. This one I describe more or less on the lines of straw again, but in terms of that, I'd say golden barley. It has got a little bit more of a darker hint than the 12-year-old. But let's get on to the nose of this whiskey. Again, very light vanilla. Now, I'm just doing this review straight after the 12-year-old. You are getting that slight vanilla, but that citrus note is very evident. This time, it's not lemon, it's grapefruit, through and through. And more pears, very, very little apple. This one has got much more of that pear notes. It's got a very nice fruity nose, and this is something I like. Initially, you do get that 46% ABV bang on the nose, but that's why I poured it, just let it just air a little bit and oxidize just ever so slightly. With this one, again, I do have some water just in case as a backup. I think I might just use this at the end, just to explore the whiskey slightly. But again, I don't feel it's needed because Aultmore is such a beautiful whiskey. So let's just go. I'm just going to nose it once more. I think this is the third nosing. Ooh, okay. So you get a slight herbal, just on the end of it over there. Reminds me actually when I had my a little bit of a garden over there. And I had thyme, oregano, but heather, lavender. So a little bit of herbs. It's very difficult to pinpoint exactly which one, but I'm definitely getting it on the nose there. There is a little herbal citrus note and a very slight, well, I'll do a little bit more sweeter pear note. So you're getting that on like the 12, but without so much apple. Alright, so that's with the nose. In terms of on the palate, let's see exactly this one. I'm looking forward to this one. Wow. Wow. Just when you think, wow, something that couldn't top the 12, this one done it. Sometimes there's whiskies that are aged more that necessarily don't bring out the greater tasting notes. Wow. So let me get to that one. Sorry, because that was just got me off guard. You did get a hint of spice, but it's nowhere near like the 12. The 12 you get a little bit of spice. This one, it's ever so minute, and I think it's more or less not even spice. I think it's the shock of the alcohol hitting the palate. More or less what you get on this one. Citrus notes, and you get that waxiness again, that nice creaminess going in, the apple, more or less a pear. I'm going to try that again just to double check. Alright, yeah, no spice. Sorry, my first time bad. It was the alcohol shock in the palate. But no spice whatsoever. You are getting a little herbal finish. But back again, you are getting the apples, the pears. They're playing very nicely with the citrus fruits. You're getting almost what feels to me like a toffee coated apple. You know, when you bite into it, you get that nice sweetness, and then you get that fruitiness going in there. That's exactly how I can describe it. Really, really nice, and ever so soft and smooth. It's incredible. And that alcohol, you don't barely even feel it on the second sip. The first sip you do feel it, but second sip you're not feeling it at all, anywhere near as what you did. And a nice waxiness. A nice lemon waxiness, but it's like mellowed down. It's nowhere near like the 12. With the 12 you can actually feel quite nice citrus note. This one, much more honeyed, caramelized, which is really, really easy going. So let's assess the finish. I'm really, that palate is like hands down incredible for a light whiskey. Let's do the finish. Let's see exactly how long this finish is. All the faces made from whiskey tasting. But so initially the finish, it lingers from the back of the tongue and it stays all the way to the front. It doesn't lose any, it doesn't fade, and you're getting a nice, very consistent, I can still feel it now, a couple seconds after, 3 or 4 seconds. I'd say that's a long finish. Long, nice citrus. You get that slight herbal notes as well. It feels like a mint. Refreshing, really nice, and then you get what feels like it's a softer herbal note at the back, which is very difficult to pinpoint exactly, but really, really great stuff over there. That is superb. Wow, this is truly Aultmore 21. You have outdone it. Wow, I'm enjoying this whiskey. You can tell this is a fantastic whiskey. Overall comments, compared it to the 12 in terms of my review, much more honeyed, much more sweeter, less bite, less spice as well. Really mellow, and really, it really just caresses the palate, and the finish is so long I can still feel it now. It's really, really good. With water, I would highly probably avoid. I personally would avoid it. I just feel this whiskey doesn't need it. In terms of value for money, you get the King Alexander, I think, from Dalmore for the same price in travel retail when I saw those two. So I picked up the King Alexander as well. But Aultmore, for something that's light, natural colouring, just a unique style in itself, I think this is definitely value for money. And I'd highly suggest any of you guys who even like the 12, or if you like a light whiskey like the Glengoynes, like Tom and Tull, just try this. Even if you like other styles of whiskey, heavily smoky whiskey, try this one. I think this is something where you can't go wrong. And I still got that flavour in my mouth. It's remarkable. So in terms of whiskey review, overall rating, I think this one is a first time for me. I'm going to give it a 95. That is one of the top whiskies. I'm not going to give it, you know, a stand out the top mark, because I have tasted whiskies, you know, super on the higher levels. But this one, in terms of value for money, something exclusive, something you won't find from a distillery that's just, you know, started doing their own bottlings from 2014. I think this is unique, and I really can't wait for the 25 and the 30 when the 30 is released. That's going to be one I'm going to be looking forward to. But definitely get your hands on this one, try it out, and let me know what you think. So anyway, hopefully you have enjoyed. By all means, please do drop it a like, subscribe. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section if you tried any whiskies, or if you'd like me to put any whiskey reviews. If I've got the bottle, by all means, I'll get to those fairly soon. And also follow me on Twitter, where you can message me and I can get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, Aultmore 21, a definite must buy. I think this is a superb, outstanding whiskey. No water needed, definite value for money. But this has been Whiskey Wise. I'm Jason, and I look forward to catching you for the next review.